Okay, so I really want to answer this question, but I feel like it is both really, really broad and really, really specific at the same time. So I'm going to do my best, and hopefully I will answer your question. So D&D overall is a collaborative role-playing storytelling game. So you and the other players at the table are creating a story together. Typically, each player will be in control of one character, and they decide their actions, what they talk and say and do, things like that. And your DM or GM, your Dungeon Master or Game Master, will be in charge of all of the monsters, NPCs, non-player characters, the BBEG, who's the big bad evil guy at the end of the campaign, all of the extras, and the world building. It's also the DM's job to make decisions about whether things work or not. So the players will get to say, I'm going to attempt to do this. And then they typically have to roll dice. And based on those dice rolls, the DM will decide whether or not that thing happens or how it happens. As for how to start, I want to make a silly comment of like, it's dangerous to go alone, take this. But in all reality, it's got a steep learning curve, especially if you are trying to learn all by yourself. In my experience, the best way to learn how to play D&D is through a community of some kind. So if you have friends who are already into the game, they can possibly help you get into it. If they don't want to help you get into it, you can look into your local hobby shops or dice shops, things like that, and see if they have D&D nights or if they have people there who can teach you how to play. If that's not an option for you in your area, or if you can't find any that have that, you can always go online. My first recommendation for online would be come join my Discord server. We're almost predominantly a D&D server at this point. We have tables set up so that people can run games virtually. We have games running almost every single day of the week. And some days we have multiple games going. We have tons of experienced players. We also have a ton of brand new players who have never played before. And all of our DMs are super helpful and love bringing new players into the game. We've got channels specifically designed for like asking questions, for looking for someone to adopt you, basically. We have a D&D adoption center. And we have voice chats so that you can always jump into the chats and ask people questions and pick their brains about, how to build my first character, where to find a campaign to join, things like that. We also have a running document of the DMs that have open slots in their games and when they play and things like that. I really hope I answered your question, and if I didn't, feel free to ask more questions. I love the game and I just want to help more people.